this video, I'll explain how to let go of someone from your past. This could be a past romantic relationship, someone that hurt you, or even someone that has died. I'm a psychotherapist, and when I started my training in the early 1990s, there was one technique that totally blew me away and transformed my life as a therapist. That was the empty chair technique from psychodrama, made famous by the Gestalt School of Psychotherapy. More recently, this approach has been adopted by a wide range of psychological models, including schema therapy and cognitive behavioural therapy, also known as CBT. It has come to be known as chairwork, and the psychologist Scott Kellogg is making a lot of advancements in this area. How to use chairwork to let go of someone from your past. Alice has recently met someone that she would like to have a future with, but she feels that her heart is still tied up with her ex-boyfriend Peter. She describes Peter as the love of my life. Their relationship was passionate and intense, but ended abruptly when Peter went to university. Alice feels that her unfinished business with her ex is stopping her from moving on with the new man in her life. The psychological therapist starts by introducing the empty chair technique and asking Alice if she would like to give it a go. She agrees, and the therapist then adjusts their chair placement so he is sitting to the side of Alice and an empty chair faces her. The therapist asks, "I would like you to imagine Peter is sitting in the empty chair. When you can imagine him, I want you to tell me what he looks like, what clothes he is wearing, and the expression on his face." Alice then takes a few moments to imagine and describe Peter. "I would like you to tell Peter why you want to speak to him." Alice then speaks to the imaginary Peter. "I know it has been a long time since I've seen you, but I still think about you every day and carry you in my heart. I have recently met Gary. He's a good man and I think we have a future together, but I'm holding myself back. When you look at Peter, what do you feel?" "I feel angry at the pain you caused me. When you left me suddenly, it felt like you had died. I couldn't function. I was crying all the time. I took 6 months off work. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. I fell apart. I hated you for that." Say that again. "I hated you for that. I just need to be free of you." Tell him again. "I hate you. I want to be free of you." Alice sobs. The therapist is using deepening techniques. She's inviting Alice to repeat a phrase to clarify her position and heighten the emotional intensity of the encounter. The guiding principle of chairwork is to encourage the client to give voice in a way that is clear, forceful, and distinct. After allowing space for Alice to process her emotions, the therapist says, "You mentioned that you carry Peter in your heart. Can you tell him about that? You have caused me so much heartache, but we had so many good times. Things were so good between us. You made me laugh so much. You made me feel so loved and special. I never felt like that before. Is there anything else you would like to say to Peter?" Alice whispers, "I want to move on with my life. I need to let you go. It's over." Tell him again, but say it with more power. Alice repeats herself with more power. "I want to move on with my life. I need to let you go. It's over." This is another deepening technique. Sometimes when clients are saying something for the first time or they are breaking through a personal barrier, the therapist might ask them to change the volume. Saying something more loudly increases the emotional intensity. In some cases, the therapist might even invite the client to shout. "There's nothing for me here. I'm holding on to a fantasy. I'm wasting life over this. I want you out of my life. I want to say goodbye." Then say goodbye. "Goodbye, Peter. Is there anything else you want to say?" "No." The therapist used another deepening technique. Alice said she wanted to say goodbye, and the therapist said, "Then say goodbye." The therapist is encouraging Alice to use language of responsibility. The therapist then invites Alice back to their original seating positions and initiates a debrief. Asking Alice to speak to Peter rather than about Peter is healing and led to a profound shift. Chairwork enables you to engage with people in your past, present and future. You can speak to a deceased parent, a childhood friend and even an unborn child. You can also talk to parts of yourself. So if you have OCD, then you can imagine your OCD in the empty chair and talk to it. If you have depression, then you can put the depression in the empty chair and talk to it. By giving a voice to the other personal part of the self, you can develop a deeper and more empathic understanding of yourself and the issues that are holding you back. This leads to a greater integration of feelings and healing at a much deeper level. If you have enjoyed this video, you may be interested in the video on the screen now. Just click the screen to view the video and I look forward to seeing you soon.